sometimes that affects your play. I don't think that was the case. Last night, Paul George had a great game. They weren't on their game, and so 113-93 is the final there. But Celtics continue to play great basketball, man.
So, again, our friend Ashley Battle, who I was hanging out with this weekend, who is, what was she for the Bleeding Blue?
I think she's the executive director.
Executive director, president, CEO. Also scouts for the Boston Celtics. That's her real 9 to 5 or 12 to 12, however the hours work for that job. But I was talking to her about Boston losing to Golden State the day before, and I chalked it up to exactly what you said, because not only is that true for all athletes, for some reason it is especially true for this franchise. Covering this team for the last 6 years pretty closely, every single time they go on a West Coast road trip early in the season before the Christmas games, they lose. And I'm just not surprised. I won't be surprised either if they lose tonight, even though it's a should-win game. The Lakers are nowhere near what they could possibly be right now with a new coach and all their new players. But also, they're banged up just as much as everybody else in the NBA. It's just weird with this team when they go out west and they can't perform like they do when they're at their home court.
Right.
One of the best home court teams in the league.
Yeah.
One of the worst West Coast away teams in the league.
Still a great away team, though. They're 21-7 on the road this year.
All their losses have been on the road.
Yep. Clippers 16-13 at home, or 8-6, excuse me, at home.
Yep.
Celtics 10-5 on the road. I apologize. 21-7 overall. But listen, some of these teams should be better at home, and you enjoy. Like a batter's eye in baseball for the 81 home games, you understand what the stadium looks like. It's different to an opposing player. Boston, you go into the Clippers to play them. Hopefully it's the same eye that they just saw, and now they're going to play the Lakers tonight. So it's a different color scheme maybe.
Yes.
But everything else around that, you don't change the seats. You don't change the lighting.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're a little bit more comfortable.
Well, I agree with you, but the color scheme is a big part of it.
Yeah.
However, I think it's a big part of being better. Jason Tatum loves Kobe Bryant. He models his game after Kobe Bryant. He was a huge Kobe Bryant fan growing up, and every time he plays against the Lakers, he wants a 50 burger. I would not be surprised if there's an over and under tonight on Jason Tatum, what he's going to do. I'd take the over against the Lakers. I know it's the same gym, and what Dibbs says is, again, 100% true. But for some reason, when it's purple and gold on the court instead of red, white, and blue, Jason Tatum shows up even more.
And maybe take it to the rack a little bit more. Last night they were 9 for 39, 23% from three.
Yeah.
The Clippers only took 25 threes. They were 10 for 25 from three. They dominated the boards, and that's the big difference right there. 46 rebounds to 36 rebounds for the Celtics, and the Clippers definitely did some dominating on the boards. But just between Tatum and Jaylen Brown, 41 points, but they were 3 for 14 from three.
Yeah.
Poor three-point shooting night. And when you're shooting that poor, and you're not getting second and third chances, which is what the Clippers are doing, cleaning up the boards. Very nice night for Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. It's nice to see Kawhi Leonard back out there healthy.
I agree.
And I'm sure that the Celtics would have wished he would have waited another couple weeks before he came back. He was 2 for 3 from three, 10 for 12 from the field, 25 points. He was very efficient. Had almost a triple-double. He had 9 rebounds and 6 assists. So Kawhi Leonard was back to his old self. Much to the chagrin of the Celtics.
Yeah, three-pointers, though, man, is this league. We've been saying this since we've been working
together. You dump
together.
out 43 pointers, man. You got to hit at least 15.
But just looking at the box scores, almost every single night in the NBA, if you go start with three-point percentage.
I'm going to say 70 to 80. 70 to 83s from two teams.
For sure. But the team that shoots better and knocks down those shots will win the basketball game. And, you can shoot 39 and all, but you got to make some.
Listen, whether it's college or pros, the one thing that I'm sure it annoys their coaches, but annoys me, if you don't wait for your team to get down there to rebound your three-point shot, you're crazy. So when guys come down, they dribble down, and then they pull up and hit a three, but they miss, and there's nobody there for the follow-up,
Oh, I'm with you.
that's one of my biggest pet peeves. And the NBA is notorious for guys being like, well, you know what, I could go in there and probably dunk for 2, but I'm going to stop right here, wide open 3, clank, and nobody gets a rebound, and it comes back the other way, and you're like, ugh.
I'm with you. I'm with you 1,000%.
You might as well just kick me right in the groin.
We're banging our head against the wall because it's not going to change.
They ain't listening to us.
There's
I know.
so many times. Like now, I was just taught that when you're running a fast break, especially with another guy or 2 guys, when it's a 3-on-1 or a 2-on-1, if it's 2-on-1, you fill the lane of the sides of the lane. Some person goes to the left side of the lane, the other person goes to the right side of the lane. Nowadays, especially in the NBA, that off-the-ball person goes to the corner, all the way to the corner.
Yeah.
You go to the corner because that back and forth, 2-pointer so 1990s. We need to go to the corner to shoot that 3. And I'm with you, man, because I've just seen wide-open layups get passed up for corner 3s. And I'll get mad about it, and then the 3 goes in. And I'm like,
Hey, I'm all about when you've got your full complement of your 5 dudes, and you're going in and then back out for a 3, in, back out for a better 3. Look, I'm fine with that because there's someone to rebound it.
Right.
But, when you go down a fast break, 2-on-1, all of a sudden you clank one. The follow-up guys usually are at the foul line. They're getting it. They're turning it around, and, you're down a man, and it's a 3-on-4 or 3-on-2 or 4-on-3,
right?
And they've got the numbers. So, and listen, the NBA, man, a lot of those games don't even start till the 4th quarter. So they're like they're close, they're close, and it's really you gotta have a kick. You got to be able to come in and be scoring a bunch of points, especially on the road in the 4th quarter. You want to be up by a few going into the 4th quarter, not trailing by 10.
Well, when you're talking about legs, it's not running up and down the court, Dibs. It's having legs in the 4th quarter to shoot 3s. Yep. I'm sorry, I've been fighting this as much as you have, but I've just been conceding every single week when I see they ain't going to change. It's not going to change.
Listen, Blake Griffin's got to score more than 5 points, dude. You could jump out of the gym. You're that big and strong. You can't tell me you can't put in 5 layups.
Hey, it's
or
against
5
your old
dunks.
team, too, by the way.
Exactly.
Against your old franchise.
Used to be a little bit bitter.
Looking at Eastern Conference right now, Celtics are holding on top at 21-7, a full game up because they played 2 more than Milwaukee Bucks, who are 19-7. Cleveland Cavaliers still hanging strong at the 3 seed. I still love them. I love Donovan Mitchell and that young bunch. Brooklyn Nets been playing some good hoop. They
won again last night.
Handled Washington last night.
17-2 now. They handled that Porzingis guy.
Believe it or not, Kyrie played some pretty decent basketball. He threw up some bricks, but he's been playing some decent basketball. But it's really all about Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. The one thing that's funny about them is they have now totally leapfrogged the Philadelphia 76ers. I think if you're a 76er fan, you're scratching your head on what the hell's going on. They should be. We should be. If I'm a Sixers fan, we should be in the top 4.
It's the James
top
Harden
3.
effect.
Yeah,
the beard. It's like the players are stuck in his beard.
And then a lot of other teams in the mix in the Eastern Conference, including those New York Knicks, who are just 1 game above 500. But they're there. They're right there as far as progressing through the season.
What are you trying to say? They're about to take off?
Yeah, Henry doesn't want me to say so either. He's a Knicks fan. All these Knicks fans are just tiptoeing around what's going to happen this year.
Don't tell anybody. Don't wake them up.
Yes, it feels like Mets fans. It feels. Are you a? Yep,
he's a Mets fan too, but he's also a Giants fan. So the Giant fan in him's hardcore. It's the other guy. Hush, hush.
I love what I see in the Western Conference Finals. 2 words, 2 names, 3 syllables. Ja Zion. New Orleans number 1, Memphis number 2. I'm for that all year long.
All about youth. Talk about legs.
Talk about showtime. I mean, these 2 dudes are total showtime. And when it comes to shooting 3s, yeah, they'll shoot 3s. But an exclamation point 2 with maybe a 360 windmill, it gets everybody off their seats. That might be worth more just in the world of basketball. Maybe not in the particular game. You obviously want 3 over 2. But, man, those 2 and the way they dunk and take it to the hoop is something we haven't seen before. And I just love watching those 2 play basketball, and I love to see the complement of players around them playing good basketball where they're in the top of the Western Conference.
Well, Zion's not taking a lot of threes. When he does, he puts 35.7% of them in.
Wow.
But he's averaging 25 points a game and almost 8 rebounds. And that means his legs are strong.
Yeah.
He feels good. You got to keep that dude healthy. Your whole team and their season depends on Zion Williamson getting towards the postseason.
Yeah, I know how you love point differential, too. They're a +7 right now against all their
Good
opponents.
defense, man.
They're as
Gotta
far
play,
as
got to play a little bit of D.
Well, as far as defense goes, there's not that many that keep teams around a 110 clip, and New Orleans is one of them. The best defensive team being those Cleveland Cavaliers and those Milwaukee Bucks, but still, in Western Conference world, it is these New Orleans Pelicans who are playing some really good team basketball, some good team defense. And they're playing great at home, both those teams. They win their home games, and that's something that you haven't seen from those two franchises. Maybe Memphis. They've had some good teams in the past, but New Orleans has been a doormat for the NBA, and they've never sniffed it. This year is definitely a year where they can capitalize.
It's the year of the Pelican, the St. Pete Pelicans. Oh, they're peacocks.
They're peacocks. Get your St. Pete right.
I think the Pelican is better for St. Pete more than the Peacock.
Both a weird mascot selection, really is. Have you ever
the Pelican's the worst. When that
seen
first Pelican, it scares the hell out of everybody. Adults, kids, everybody don't like.
Speaking of which, we got Santa Cow here today at Chik-fil-A, who's not been scaring the kids.
So cute.
I got my picture with him.
I did too. I love Santa Cow.
A couple of kids that may have been a little freaked out by Santa Cow, but that's a Christmas spirit right there. You got to have your kid freaked out at a mascot in a public place somewhere.
We literally have a cow on one of our trees at home. You press the little book, and it goes moo, 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 moo,
oh,
moo, moo,
that's
moo.
wonderful.
So we love cows at my house.
Something about the Christmas cow, the Santa cow. It's got to be woven into the story of Kris Kringle somehow, some way. I've just been seeing more of it.
How about like Jesus in the manger?
Is that what it is?
And the cows.
There was a cow there?
Yeah, there's cow, donkey. There's all kinds of different animals there.
Okay.
I'm cuddling up with the cow and the pig myself.
So the Santa Cow, if you're just listening to us, you just popped us on. We're in the Chik-fil-A in Southington off Queen Street. We have a couple more pairs of tickets left. I'm running out, Divs. I
honestly,
really do only have a couple.
So happy to see that because, like I said 2 hours ago,
Stack.
He looked like the dude from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
The brick.
Hey, look in my jacket here. I got some extra tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And even the one Canadian lady was like, how much you got to pay for those?
Mm-hmm.
Free.
Free $99 is what we're giving them away for. You can come down here, get a pair of tickets. Tino and the whole staff. Dude, this staff, by the way, can we, switch our staff with the Chick-fil-A
Tino,
staff
Mike, oh, God.
For
geez,
real.
Mike's amazing.
Especially these managers. We just switch our managers with their
would be heaven.
Henry knows. Henry and Nell definitely know that.
We know.
But this place has been great, and they're giving away free chocolate chip cookies to everybody.
Hey, here's the thing that I dig about Chick-fil-A. They deliver your food to you.
I didn't know that until I came here. I've never had that service.
Well, that's because you rude people from North Carolina and Indiana. Here in Connecticut, we deliver the food right to your table.
North Carolina Chick-fil-A's may be a little different than the one we got here in Southington, for sure.
No, man. When I go to Maryland, and I go to the Ripken tournament, the Chick-fil-A there, they do deliver.
Do they?
Yeah, they deliver to your table. See, first of all, I kind of love the number that you stick on your table.
Oh yeah.
I always try to get number 49.
Of course.
But
red hot.
There you go.
Red hot. And my biggest accomplishment today is converting Nell into a Chick-fil-A
Oh, my God.
lover.
Nell is loving it.
She never had Chick-fil-A. She's in love with the sauce.
Just had a peppermint shake.
Dude, I can't believe that.
She's ready for a nap. I think she's going to go home and go to bed.
Peppermint shakes got those little elves in the back. They shaved the peppermint right into the shakes. Oh,
very fine, man.
Did you do
very
the cherry?
Fine.
You got the cherry? Did you get the cherry? I had to wait till the cherry was at the bottom. That was a little tough. I got some shake on me. Yeah, you got to stab it. Yeah. There's tricks to the trade out here, Dibs. Chick-fil-A land.
Well, it's part of the fun of eating the shake with the cherry and the whipped cream is stabbing the cherry at the end.
Right. It's you got to, put in your dues for the cherry at the end. No, we've had a lot of fun here today at the Chick-fil-A in Southington, man, for sure. For sure. And it's great to see everybody coming out.
Absolutely.
That's so
All
many
right.
great listeners.
Anita Marks joined us a little bit earlier, and she was very upset because obviously she's a handicapper. That's part of her jobs over at ESPN on the Daily Wager.
Tough World Cup.
Tough World Cup
Tough
for
World
Ben,
Cup. Yeah.
Benny, and Anita. They'll talk about that when we come back. So it's Anita Marks, ESPN betting analyst, also on 98.7 Radio, does a lot of different shows. MSG. Anita Marks joins us on the Rob Dibble Show on your afternoon drive. Ben Darnell. Kurt Kaplan's on the ones and twos. He's not here. He's up in Hartford at the headquarters.